Welcome into the Gold Standard College Basketball Podcast. It's your boys, Big Papa Bobby Hoop. Intro, totally different. I guess that
was a little different.
What you get when you don't pay for upgraded plans, guess that's on me. Sorry, everybody.
Hey,
it's just,
maybe if somebody wants to throw a couple bones our way.
I mean, we technically have a sponsored podcast and still running on the free show, but whatever. So,
Hey.
I just need to go ahead and hey, here's the season 4, baby. We're back.
Oh, we're back.
We're freaking back, dude.
Mm.
Even though it might be time to go ahead and just say, do we need to fire Mark Pope?
Why do you say that? You just crushed the number one team in the country.
Do I go ahead and just dive in? Is that what?
We're already at that point.
I might take a swig.
Literally, the season hasn't even tipped yet.
I might take a swig of brown water. Okay,
why
I'm already making
that down already. You're already, grumpy Garfield, Big Papa, and we've not even rolled the ball out for the first game of the season.
I feel like anybody at least relatively around us knows and understands. Quite frankly, I kind of hate football. I
don't know why.
College, terrible. NFL, not great. So, if anything, I'm like, hey, I've got the one thing. I've got the one thing in our bag that we talk about privately and openly. College basketball. It's always there. It's always there for me. And then then you go play Georgetown in an exhibition game and you lose at home, 84-70. Awesome.
But you just beat number one Purdue, and you didn't just beat Purdue. You smoked Purdue.
But okay, now I'm going to start to wonder, but is Purdue any good?
No, I mean, are we going to have is it time to talk exhibitions? Because you know what the deal is.
Yeah.
It's when you do well in an exhibition, this is truthfully telling of what our team's going to be. And if you lose in an exhibition, it's just a stupid exhibition.
Sure.
It means nothing.
I mean, I said what I said after they
stuff out.
Yeah. After they pummeled Purdue, I got on Instagram and I said, I've seen enough. I've seen what I need to see. 9.
That is the point of these things.
Actually, so I heard I can't remember if I saw it on Discord or something. Somebody make a correlation. It's this is like NFL preseason games.
It means a lot if you win. It means nothing if you lose.
Unless you spent $22 million on a payroll.
The scrimmage.
Hey, it's not my money.
It's a scrimmage.
I actually did tell the Discord chat, I said my spin zone for this going forward is going to be Ed Cooley was coaching for his job tonight.
He's probably not.
It's not great.
Long for that at Georgetown. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not great in DC. Was he year 4? Anyhow, look. The point of this episode actually isn't to go outside of the SEC. This was really more of a, hey, welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who, enjoy, for whatever level it is, listening to us talk about college basketball. This is really just for us to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I think our level of commitment and love for it is probably a little bit higher than a lot of other people. Not to say that a lot of people don't like college basketball. I think we just are up in the stratosphere of it. So all I have to say is it's really just for us to just rant about our teams, and sometimes Maryland, sometimes about East Tennessee State if I want to talk about them. But outside, it's Kentucky and Tennessee. Nuck if you buck, cut them.
Yeah, we were at a wedding the other weekend in DC and seeing a bunch of my old high school buddies, and my wife, my lovely wife, was not touting that. Oh yeah, my husband has a podcast, and everyone was like, "What?" And I was like, I mean,
I do.
Yes, technically we have a podcast. It's technically a college basketball podcast, but really it's like an SEC basketball podcast. But really it's a Tennessee and Kentucky basketball podcast.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Two jabronis in East Tennessee talk about, and I don't know. What do you think? Like 9 people listen to this?
Yeah. And I think our biggest listeners are Kelsey Sheridan, Big Bill.
And Big Don.
Oh, definitely Big Don Julio. Razor, if he's not protecting us country-wise. T-Cox gets in there. Lee will get in there.
Lee will get in there, yeah.
Smoke, if he even knows how to get through Bing in order to get to a podcast. But otherwise, like...
Who's that?
Anyhow. So, if you're new to the podcast, quick bit about us. Neither one of us played college basketball.
Nope.
Hoops, did you play high school basketball, technically?
Rec ball.
Hoops played rec ball in high school.
Yeah.
I did too, but I did play high school basketball for a very, very short period of time. And then I couldn't make the team after that. So I was like, all right, I should probably move on.
No, I thought you quit.
I quit baseball and football.
Okay. You quit a few things in high school.
I told people I quit basketball. I was like,
why change your story now? No, coach hates me.
I mean,
no, I was the quintessential hustle role player. If I got 2 points, I felt great.
Yeah,
but I'll set a good screen for you.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're the kind that's like, if you're setting a screen, you're setting a hard screen. It's not a ghost screen. You're not rolling off.
No,
you're not about that life.
No.
All I have to say is our credentials are really just like talking college.
We watch a lot of basketball.
If you wonder, like, do we really know that much about your team? Chances are we probably don't. We're what we would say is a inch deep and a mile wide is kind of how we cover outside of our own teams. And to some degree, even with SEC league play stuff. But there's times, depending if you piss us off, we'll really dig into your team. It could just be me. And I'll be looking for every, like, inch and fiber I need to, like, dig through to be like, your team really stinks. Let's talk about them. And I hate to say it, Hoops, Arkansas might be pretty good. But, again, I'm going based off of exhibition games. I've probably got to figure out where's the medium in all of this. One for my team, probably the same for Tennessee and Arkansas and everybody else. I mean, Auburn technically lost to Oklahoma State the other day. Does that mean Auburn's terrible? No, not really. Does that mean Oklahoma State's Final Four bound?
No.
Probably not.
There's not much. I mean, last year Tennessee lost to Indiana in a scrimmage before the season, and they fired their coach halfway through the season, and Tennessee went to the Elite Eight. Like, these don't mean anything. They don't mean anything.
Yeah. So does that mean we should go back to secret scrimmages instead of televised stuff? Because I'm starting to think we should.
I'm kind of torn. It was cool watching the Tennessee Dukes exhibition game the other night because, like, mid-game, their Jimmy Dykes is sitting on Tennessee's bench interviewing Rick Barnes as the game is happening. Like, they just were doing kind of fun things like that you wouldn't see during the regular season, and it was cool to see Thompson Bowling or Food City Center, whatever you want to call it, like
FCC,
completely sold out for an exhibition game.
Yeah,
like that's cool. That's cool. I think I'm for the televised. Yeah. I got to see Cameron Boozer absolutely just steamroll his way through the balls. Yeah, Cameron Boozer is wow, he's pretty good.
Yeah, if nobody was tuning in, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to like go watch the replay of it. You can just like find clips on.
I mean, he's
TikTok.
I think in every scrimmage, it's basically. I'm not saying he's Cooper Flagg. But what Cooper Flagg did for Duke last year is lead the team in every statistical category, and that's what Cameron Boozer's pretty much doing so far.
He's not far behind him, I don't think, personally. But it may not be fair to compare him to Cooper Flagg. I'm just going to say, if Cameron goes and averages 22, 23 points a game, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Like 23-7, 20-10. About every game.
Yeah.
I think it won't be shocking.
24 rebounds against Tennessee. 24. Yeah.
What do you Yeah. To some degree, you're kind of like, what are you supposed to do? You're probably looking at probably a first or second team All-American, freshman of the year, probably a lottery pick.
Yeah.
And his brother, I mean, I'm not saying his brother's not any good. Like, he's very good. It's just
he's playing for Duke. He's
playing for Duke. You're playing with your brother, your twin brother, and you're probably going to get looked at as like a role player at times. And anyway, he'll start. They'll be fine. It's Duke.
They've got NBA pedigree. Their dad was an all-star NBA player. They know ball.
That's enough talking about Duke.
Yeah.
That's my fault. I took that. I was just you made a good point. Like, these things, in the end, it's fun that it's gotten to this point now where, technically at one point it wasn't even legal to do this, which is so stupid. But now it is legal. You do it for the fans. You do it to get reps. You do it to let younger guys on the bench who probably are going to get hardly any run over the season outside, injuries or whatever else might come up. Like, they're not going to play. So
I think the most you get from it's like, well, who's playing well right now? Who is coach playing and who's coach not playing? Like, that feels like that's who looks to be in form right now, who's going to need to work some things out going into the season. Like, that's, I don't know what else you're supposed to glean from these.
Yeah. So all I have to say is, like, exhibitions, totally great if your team wins. If not, I don't know what you're talking about. We played, never saw it.
Doesn't count for anything.
I would have thought we played Georgetown College tonight. I think that's what a lot of college kids did. They saw on their phones. They're like, oh, Georgetown College, just down the road. Cool. I'm probably not going to go to that. And then you realize, oh, no, it's the Georgetown Hoyas from DC. So do you want to flip the script and just take both of us and all of our guests, all 9 of you, whoever decides to chime in, you want to, like, jump into some SEC hoops and, like, hey, what are we about to get ourselves into? Because let's be honest, for the next, games start November 4th. So for the next 13 games for everybody, you're going to watch your team play at a conference ball games. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be great. You're going to watch your team play Poop State.
You got Feast Week in about a month. Oh, Feast Week, the best.
Oh, I can't wait. So yeah, you get 13 games just to watch your team steamroll other people. Take in maybe, like, I'd say 3 to 5 games where it's like it's going to be competitive. You're going to play somebody. It'd be more NCAA tournament style stuff, and then we'll jump into conference play, getting around into December, beginning of January, and it'll be great. I think you and I both had, like, some notes we both written down, tried to be prepared for the show. Maybe you had a little bit more notes than I did.
I jotted down a little something about every team in the SEC. Yeah.
I think
the ones towards the bottom maybe got a sentence or two. But so I don't know if you want to start down there. You want to start? We want to start. We could lead with the top. It's probably what most people are interested in.
Yeah,
I think the SEC is going to be. Last year was a record year. How many? There was
13.
13 made the tournament.
Yeah, 13 teams made the NCAA tournament. I don't personally know if that'll happen again.
I don't think so. It's still going to be a lot of these suckers, but I think, and this goes a little bit outside of the SEC. I don't really know that there is one team that seems to stand above everyone. I think most eyes will be on Florida, the defending national champions. Dang it. They return a few of the starters from that team, particularly Thomas Howe and Alex Condon are probably the two big names. They pick up your boy Boogie Fland in the transfer portal from Arkansas. They'll still, they're still going to be really good. I think that by most people are picking them to probably be the top of the league, or at least in the top 3.
Yeah. I have them. So I have my pyramid hierarchy of just entering the season. This would actually mirror a little bit, if anybody's familiar. We've joked about it and used it before. Big Cat's bit when it comes to computer rankings. So I did my own version, and it's not nearly as beefed up and in detail as his, because his goes way into more very particular teams, individuals.
This is pretty colorful. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine, like, pretty straightforward. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 at the top, what I deemed as elite. So personally, I've put Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky. Right under them, I've deemed as could be legit, meaning we're all pretty familiar with them. Chances are they are going to be pretty good, but like, just a step down because of what they came off of last year, who they lost, and so on. I've got Bama, Arkansas, Auburn. I've seen some who actually had Arkansas bumped up into the elite category. And I was like, I think they could be fair just because of who they brought in, who's returned. My next category, I put need some reps, but probably good. This is the biggest one. This is middle of the pack, which probably shouldn't be surprising. I have Texas, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Mizzou, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I'd seen some folks who actually had more credit for Vanderbilt, which I don't personally know yet. I think that
I don't know. I don't say it with Vanderbilt.
I think year one for new ball coach, just not saying he didn't do a bad job. Like, obviously they did, made the NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
good for them. They made a run. We'll see if they can prove some more homework, basically, or get some. Let's do a little bit more homework. Next category, just too early to tell. Texas A&M and Georgia. Problem is with Mike White, kind of like Ed Cooley, probably coaching for his gig at the moment. Yikes. Not that Mike White's a bad coach. It's just, hey, man, like,
we're still starting Blue Cane.
Yeah. Kind of surprised
Blue Cane, Knoxville guy, Catholic guy. Man, it feels like he's been there a minute.
Several years, but still
I think he's a junior and still starting. And part of me is like, man, if we're starting Blue Cane and hanging our hat on that in the SEC, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Still doing this? Texas A&M, you'll have Buckyball, brand new.
Buckyball.
Let's see. I guess I don't know.
It'll be something new for sure at A&M. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, from versus what Buzz Williams did for years at Texas A&M, your boy Buzz Williams.
Buzz, where's he?
Bucky. He would be for my Maryland Terrapins.
That's right.
I don't know.
Just of all places he landed at, I
don't know.
Didn't imagine.
He's kind of been all over the place. I mean, he's coached around the DMV before. He was at Virginia Tech, which not really DMV, but
close enough.
But so he has some experience there. But I don't know.
And then my final category, I just labeled ass. It would be LSU and South Carolina.
Yeah.
I really didn't know what else to put. I was just like, I'm not going to get corny, like bottom of the barrel or.
I mean, if they were in other conferences, they might be okay in other conferences, but
sure,
buddy, it's
in this league.
Yeah, ass.
I probably could have gotten away with just like booty cheeks, but I was like, I want to put an emphasis on it.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Not going to be good for them, but yeah, we'll get to them. Already talked about Florida. I think we'll stick in the elite category. Maybe we'll say Tennessee, Kentucky after.
Yeah, we can save them.
Like, get through the caboose boys, and then we'll talk about our teams. So let's go ahead.
I think the only other thing I wanted to say about Florida, which will, I think, be the thing to watch. I mean, they were such a balanced team last year. And when I say balanced, I guess I mean from their guard play to the back court to the front court was so good across the board. You lose Walter Clayton, you lose Will Richard, and they replace it with Boogie Fland and Xavion Lee from Princeton, who I think offensively will be able to carry a good bit of what they lose, but I think defensively Florida takes a step back, especially in the backcourt. I mean, I know Boogie Fland was a little injured last year, but I didn't see a whole lot of Boogie Fland really picking up anybody on defense for Arkansas. And Xavion Lee was, no shade to the Ivy League, but you're playing some, no shade. They're way smarter than me. But you're not really playing the same caliber of cats in the Ivy League. So it'll be interesting to see what that backcourt looks like compared to last year. That was just elite.
Yeah, it will be weird just because of also Denzel Aberdeen transferring to Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel,
wild
6-man rotation was. I think he was starting technically in the championship game when they played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't like scoring at a high clip, but unreal defender, can get you a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
When you just needed a lockdown guy, he was the guy. Or, I mean, it's like if he's on the bench, just get him in. Yeah, because we're in foul trouble kind of stuff. So I agree. I think defensive wise, probably not going to see the level of intensity that we saw last year, where it was like, any team they play, the other team's hoping to score 60-something points.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, then you got a chance. But otherwise, and
then Walter Clayton might go berserk, and so I still think. I mean, Condon is such a great player. Thomas Howe, I think they're really high on him as being kind of like a kind of do everything guy. As a small forward, I think they're going to lean on him for points, rebounds, assists. I mean, handle the ball, a little bit of everything. Florida's still going to be really, really good, but I don't see the same ceiling as last year.
Yeah. I'm going to jump to Alabama. You okay with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's some notes I wrote down. Overall, three-year run, if you think about it objectively. They had a 1 seed in 2023, Final Four in 2024, Elite 8 in 25. Then you've got LeBaron Philon. Philon might be how you actually pronounce it.
It's Philon.
Philon, thank you.
Try it again. There you go.
Returning for your backcourt, could be All-American status. Aiden Holloway, if you're not familiar with him, played at Auburn, transferred to Bama. He's coming back for another year at Bama. I don't know how your brother feels about Holloway. May hate him, may not. He may not even care about it. He may be like, I forgot about Aiden Holloway.
I think my brother's probably had strong feelings about Aiden Holloway.
I just put sniper still.
Yeah.
Last year went 41.2% from three. Now, he maybe not fair to say in the same camp of Walter. I feel like Holloway was the epitome of just super streaky. I mean, if he was on, buddy, just give him the ball and get out of the way. But if he was off, he's still going to jack him up, but he might go 2 of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean, I kind of think this team's going to go as Philon goes. If you've watched Bama at all the last couple of years, it's going to be the same old Nate Oates. They are going offense, run, shoot a ton of threes, get to the rack, get fouled, and shoot free throws. That is the Nate Oates system. That's what they do. Losing Mark Sears and Grant Nelson, I mean, those are 2 big losses for them. And I think Philon can definitely, take a lot or bring a lot back from what they lost, but we'll see. I don't know if Aiden Holloway can be more than the occasional lighted up guy. If he can be more consistent. They got this transfer from Florida State, Taylor Bowen, who I've read a few things. People are high on him being able to power forward that's going to stretch, more of like a stretch four type guy who that's always going to be important for Nate Oates, for his big guys to be able to step out and hit outside shots. So I think Bama will still probably win, 24 to 25 games and, be in the top 5 of the conference. I just predict more of the same, but kind of like Florida, I just don't know. This might be kind of what I'm saying about most of these teams is I don't know if the ceiling is going to be like it was the last few years, especially with no more Mark Sears, who is just incredible for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. Even just outside of Bama, you're like blanket. I don't think it's like an unfair blanket statement of last year was quite frankly like unbelievable, like how great conference was. So almost to say, don't be surprised if your team takes a smidge of a step back.
Yeah,
it's okay. Like everybody had 1 to 3 studs.
Yeah,
and now they're gone. Unless you retain like one of them, but then you're having to replace them through the portal, through high school. If you happen to get a high school kid, which really the only team who did that was Arkansas, who we'll talk about next. But other than that, again, inch deep, mile wide, there might be a fan out there who's like, I'm the biggest Oklahoma fan, and we snatched up 4 high school boys right here out of, my hometown of XYZ. It's like,
good for you, man.
Great for you. If I haven't heard of them, probably not any good. If I have not heard of them in Knoxville, then they must not be that good.
Yeah.
Okay, Arkansas. Here's the notes I wrote down. Wealth of talent, should be more consistent than last year. I think Acuff is going to have to lead them. And then I've put, will Knox and Brazil keep up? Because I think Knox and Brazil had flashes. And in my opinion, I thought Knox, Kevin Knox. I thought, not Kevin, Carter Knox. Kevin's his older brother.
Yes. Former Kentucky player.
Former Kentucky guy. And I thought Knox I honestly thought he was going to try to go to the league. So kudos to Cal. He is having, I imagine, some very honest conversations with guys. Probably helps with NIL. Might be the number one thing that's helping dudes be like, you know what? I don't feel pressure like years past where this isn't just Cal. This is a lot of teams, but especially his and his regime, which is what we all know. I've brought you here for 1 year, pre-NIL. If you don't get it done, you're going to get replaced. So you either need to make a jump to the league or probably find a different place to play.
Yeah.
Like you can stay, but chances are you're not going to get many minutes.
Yep.
So all I have to say is, but these guys were contributing to, they were contributing on a roster that was 70. But when you have watched his deal, that's been the same since UMass. That's just how he rolls. Now, he's got more players, but all to say is like those guys can contribute. Will they? Let's see.
Yeah.
Darius Acuff could be
5-star point guard. Probably the best incoming freshman point guard or guard in the country.
Yeah.
He's
good.
What I think is interesting about this team, it does feel very classic Cal. We've just, so much talent. Let's roll the ball out and see what happens. And talent wins out. Nothing new for you there, but
sure.
What I think DJ Wagner is going to be the guy to not in terms of he's got to be the best player for them to do well, because when I look at all this talent and especially like reading about like what kind of a player Darius Acuff is he's a scorer. He's gonna put the ball. So I'm looking at all these like, okay, there's only one ball and only one guy can have the ball at a time. Only one guy can score at a time. I see a bunch of scorers. Who is gonna be the facilitator? Who is gonna help make guys better on the team? And here's DJ Wagner, who I think a lot of the things that Darius Acuff is going to do and is there to do are all things that, year or two ago, that's what everybody was saying about you, man. That was supposed to be your whole thing. And not that DJ Wagner's been bad or disappointing, at least last year, but I think he's got a big opportunity to, he's a junior now. Like you have experience, you want to be a winner. Are you willing to sacrifice? And you've got all the talent in the world to help set up these other guys. What's Brazil and
Billy Richmond.
Yes, I think it's going to be. I feel like Wagner's a bit of an X factor for them. Of Acuff's got to be the star. I mean, that's why you brought him in, and I'm sure that's why he's getting paid whatever he's getting paid. Mm-hmm. But I'm just really curious if Wagner can become more of the facilitator, because I just don't see that person on this team.
Yeah, I think DJ in DJ's experience, it was you came to Kentucky, same deal. You're brought here to be the guy, facilitator, mm-hmm. like high level playmaker, go get your own shot. Gets hurt. Then it comes out, of course, in year 2 when he transfers to Arkansas, they were like, his ankle was the size of a softball. And yet, what did Cal do? He decided to tell him to get a shot and get out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually got shots. It's just the epitome of we'll put some ice on it. You're fine. Get out there. That's just how he rolls, man. But of course we had Reed and Rob just sitting on the okay. Okay. I'm still going to throw shots, I'm sure, throughout the season. I want to go on air live and say my plan is to not act like I did last year. I will
act like how you did last year.
I will say genuinely, I don't feel the same that I did in year 1 of Con Man being in Arkansas, which was I'm going to hate watch every game and literally pray for their downfall every game.
This sounds very healthy. This sounds super healthy.
Yeah, I feel like I'm growing up. Do I still hope that they lose every single game?
Sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Will I?
Is it still Cal standing on the sideline? All right, I'm rooting against him.
Yep.
It's just that's what we do. That's what I've always done.
Now, will I watch all of their games? No, I'm not going to do that. As I said, I had my one. I got my one.
Sure.
Obviously, didn't go great. Mm-hmm. They still stormed Lexington, and we know how that went. So,
this all feels healthy. You had a messy divorce after a 15-year marriage that soured. You had your year to be mad about it and be bitter, and that's understandable. And now you're in a new healthy relationship.
I am.
And things look good.
For now.
So you're healing. Yeah, for now. Georgetown scrimmage loss aside.
$22 million.
Things are looking better. This is healthy. This is
it's fine.
I'm happy for my friend over there.
Just trying to openly process. All right, Auburn, real quick. I've got high floor, despite you losing Broom. He's gone. All the staff's back other than your head ball coach. I got a fair or foul question for you here in a second. Pettiford should be legit at guard.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Inexperienced bench. Are they going to adjust? We'll see. Fair or foul? Bruce leaving right before the season starts. I know that's a very generic.
Fair or foul? It's weird because when what's his name? When Tony Bennett did this a year ago at Virginia, it really, really felt like, because he, again, like Bruce, Hall of Fame coach, gonna be, thought of as he's a Hall of Famer. And he quits right before the season. And that felt very much like a thing that he was kind of strong-arming the athletic department that, well, you don't have any time to go find a replacement, or else you're going to lose all these players. So you need to promote my guy. And that felt very like, oh, I see what you're doing there, Tony Bennett. Now you're sticking up for your guy, quitting at an opportune time. At first, it kind of felt like that with Bruce, but it also seems like he's got a pretty good he's like been given this like ambassador role.
Yeah,
so like I don't really think that it was a kind of a thing. I guess I wonder if it was more of like a keeping the guys on our team situation. I just have to imagine that most of these guys are, at least publicly, they seem to be behind Stephen Pearl. And of course, he's been one of their assistant coaches he's been on Bruce's staff since he got to Auburn. So I think it does feel a little fishy, feels a little funny. The timing of it all. But I think ultimately when I really have a think about it, I think it's probably okay. I think Bruce probably I think Bruce probably had a lot of conversations with of like, I want to go, but I want it to be Steven.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. Grooming his son to take over the team, and he's, I guess it seemed like for a second that old Bruce wanted to get into old politics, which whatever, man.
Hey, tweet through it, bro.
Yeah, tweet.
Tweet through it.
But it doesn't. I guess that's not happening. He's doing this ambassador thing. So
I was about to jokingly say, how much ambassading? I don't know what
I don't know what a college sports ambassador looks like. I don't know. Maybe he's helping.
I was just going to say, how much of the ambassador role are you going to be pushing when you're talking about your run for Senate and you're doing an interview on Fox and Friends and whatever else? Like, are you going to be talking about your son and Auburn basketball, or whatever?
I don't know. I think it's in regards to Auburn basketball. I don't know. I think they still have. I mean, Pettiford's great. They got Keyshawn Hall from UCF, who they're pretty high on. They brought in. They're pretty high on a few other. This Filip Jovic from Europe, somewhere in Europe. I can't remember where, but I think they still have talent. The combination of losing a National Player of the Year in John I. Broome, runner-up for that award. It sounds like Auburn fans aren't exactly upset, or kind of a good riddance thing. But Chad Baker-Mazzara was a crafty veteran who had big minutes for them in big games. He's gone. Get a job, man. Get a job.
Get a job, bro.
What's this, like year 6 for him? And then you lose your Hall of Fame head coach, who you can say what you want about Bruce, especially this late career Bruce and off court stuff, and say what you will about that. He has always gotten the most out of the players on his team, whether it was at Tennessee or at Auburn. Like, guys play hard for him, and first time head coach Stephen Pearl, he's 37 years old in the SEC. You've lost a lot of talent, especially with John. Like, I feel like they take a step back, and maybe they don't, but I don't see them getting better. Which, I mean, it's hard to get much better than what they were last year, but
it's true.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit of a hater on this team. I just don't. Maybe Stephen Pearl becomes a good coach. I mean, he's sat next to a Hall of Fame one for a long time and played for one, and maybe he's learned a thing or two, and maybe he surprises me. But being the head coach is a whole different ballgame.
It's true.
And Daddy's not there anymore, sitting on the sideline with you. So
he's not. He can't hold your hand anymore. It's big. It's like big boy stuff. Here we go.
yeah.
Mizzou. Quick notes. We're gonna say something nice about them, or at least I am. Big, old, and physical. Smidge maybe taking a step back on shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put Gates has put a roster together that I think will be held to play against. Two solid players in Mitchell and Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Gates needs shooting and defensive rebounding.
Yep. Yeah, I think Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell was all conference last year. He's a really good player. I feel like outside of him, I don't know that they have a lot of proven commodities. But on paper, I still think they'll be talented, and I think, 2 seasons ago, that just season from hell that Mizzou had, like, I think Dennis Gates has proven that was definitely an outlier. He's not. That's not who he is, and that's not who Mizzou is. Sure was funny. I'll tell you that. We had a ball with that one.
Fun bit.
We had fun with that.
That loser leaves town game with him in Vanderbilt.
That was a lot of fun.
Everybody's like, I'm going to bed. I was like, I'm all the way the hell up. This is my Super Bowl. Get up and turn the TV on. God.
No, I think they'll be good. I agree with you. I think they're definitely outside. I don't even know that I'd say outside looking in on the top teams, but I think they'll be good and they'll win. They'll have a few big wins, I think. I could see them taking out a couple of the top teams in Columbia a couple times probably.
I'm going to go ahead and say I think they finished top 6 in the league.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead.
Look at you being nice to Missouri.
Big Bill's been through a lot. I mean, he's never had a chance to get on here and give any flack to any opinion that I've held, or he's always just had to be like, and I tell him to come on, get on the show, and then I just never send it in. So Vanderbilt, real quick, funny enough, after making fun of the two of them, I didn't really have many notes. It's just they're going to fly with their wings, loaded with shooting. Not shocking. It feels like it's just Vanderbilt in general.
Yeah,
they're always going to have shooters. But Byington, big time went with shooting again. Mm-hmm. 10 experienced players. Straight up Byington wins on turnovers and rebounds, letting defense lead offense essentially. In short, so
I look at them and wonder who's going to be the guy. I agree with you. I think there is a lot of shooting, and that's what they want to do. I always get it. Was it Jason Edwards or Justin Edwards that was their point guard last year?
Jason.
I think it was Jason. And he was good. I mean, he came
not
into
to be confused with Justin Edwards of Kentucky from 2 years ago.
That's what I'm confused. It was Jason. That's right. He was a baller for Vanderbilt last year. I mean, he came in Thompson Bowling and had a big game, and he's gone. Jalen Carey, who was one of Vanderbilt's quality bigs from last year, transferred over to the Vols. So they was kind of their two guys last year around all the shooting and whatnot, and they're gone. I think I'm further down on Vanderbilt because I look and I don't know none of these names really are popping.
That's fair
to me.
And
so I think Byington is. You stay the course with him. I do think. I mean, because the Jerry Stackhouse fiasco was just so bad. It was so bad, and
but awesome.
What?
I said it was bad, but it was awesome. If you enjoy the
Oh yeah.
You're sicko of watching a burning ship at some school that's not yours. And
Byington has them at least. You have to take them somewhat seriously. If
Byington does what we think he could do for this year and possibly even next year, I wouldn't be shocked if he got called up for
scooped up. Yeah,
another gig. Texas, not really much to say for me personally. I just put Sean Miller, exclamation point, question mark.
what
So
a
on-court product's going to be better. You got a clear coaching upgrade, but otherwise,
yeah. I mean, I think this is next year is probably the year to judge what Texas looks like with Sean Miller. I mean,
he's brought half the Xavier roster with him. Is that kind of
dude? Those Xavier folks must hate that guy. He has now spurned them twice.
He did it again.
He was up and coming guy there, got the big job at Arizona and left. And it's like, okay, like I get it. Arizona's a big deal in college basketball. And he gets fired from Arizona, goes, oh, he comes home to Xavier.
It's the episode
Homecoming.
Of Parks and Rec of
yes. Yes, of Ben constantly going back to the accounting. Yes, and then quits again. And and he's ditched Xavier again. For Texas. So Tremont Mark is still on this team in his 6th year. And he's a pretty good scorer, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot. Now, maybe, I mean, Sean Miller does have a pretty good track record, so maybe he's able to get a little more out of them. But I don't know. I don't think this year one is going to be much to write home about.
That's fair. Oklahoma. My notes. First time since 2017, Moser's offense was better than his defense. Like a lot of that credited to Jeremiah Fierce. Now NBA lottery pick. Depth could be an issue. Had a lot of injuries last year. And Brown and Pack partnership in the backcourt going to be pretty good.
Xavier Brown from St. Joe's. He's probably going to be. They're probably going to live and die with him.
I think they spent quite a bit of money on him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It sounds like they have sacrificed the depth in the bench for the starting lineup. And I think if that starting lineup led by Xavier and Darian Reed from Bama, who was a former McDonald's All-American, if they stay healthy and it works, OU could be good, but they can't. I mean, I think you're looking at a team. You can't have any injuries, really. You can't get into foul trouble, or else you're kind of done. Because I don't think.
And you know what happens every single season to everybody's team?
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get hurt, and you're gonna have foul trouble.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do? Ole Miss. I just put a lot of question marks.
Yes.
Pockets of the roster could be legit. Are they going to be physical? And are we experienced enough? Question mark. Because
AJ Storr, he's the big name, big transfer on his 4th team in 4 years. Was really good 2 years ago at Wisconsin, and Kansas scooped him up last year, spent a ton of money getting him, and he stunk.
Good for him. He got paid.
Yeah.
Just grifted. Big time grifter.
Wow. Yeah, it was a complete failure for Kansas last year and for AJ Storr, who moves on to his 4th team now.
Bill was just punching air in the background every time I go to the locker room. Just like, can't believe we did that again.
I think they've transfers galore. This Frenchman incomer, Elias Camardine, I think he's getting some buzz. I mean, I don't. It brings me no joy to say this, but Chris Beard, he can coach up a basketball team. And
I was just about to say, does Ole Miss get a little bit of a bump because it's Chris Beard leading the team?
Probably. I mean, he's got
Chris
a pretty good track record.
I don't know if Chris Beard's had a losing season. I shouldn't say ever. I mean, I'm sure there's some point in his coaching career where it was like, that didn't go great. But I think pretty much since he landed at Texas, it's like he wins.
And he did it at Texas Tech, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think they're probably going to be a bubble team. End of the day, probably because Beard lifts them to.
I'm interested to see what Travis Perry does. Like, that was
one. He transferred.
Yeah, I wasn't overwhelmed by Travis leaving the program. I was like, man, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Especially when names started to drop of like, oh, they're leaving. Ooh, Kentucky's in the mix. Like, probably going to happen. And then you're like, ooh, depth's going to be big time for Kentucky, like in a good way. Where's Perry going to play? And you're like, we all saw the product last year. And if you're not hitting threes,
see you.
Yeah. So probably I think it was the right decision, but
yeah,
you're going to get it. I don't know. We'll see if it's going to be like a transfer bump year 2, like, whoo, skyrocket, or just like, it's kind of the same. And he just got bigger. I don't know. Mississippi State, massive changing the guard for these guys. Jans went more skill-based team, shooting and shot making, which is, if you know Chris Jans, like, not, I wouldn't say he's necessarily against it. It's just not his MO.
No.
I mean, they jokingly don't call him the dentist for nothing. It's when you show up to play his team, you're going to feel like you're going through a root canal. And
yeah,
everybody's going to get in foul trouble. And somehow both teams might score in the 90s, or some teams score in the 50s, and it's just the first one to 60 at that point. But everybody's going to get in foul trouble, and it's going to feel like everybody's got boxing gloves on, and like, let's go fight 10 rounds.
5'9" Josh Hubbard will take 25 shots in this game and make a decent bit of them. I think Chris Jans, this is his 4th year there, and I think pretty much every year he's gone about 21, 22, and 13, 21 and 12, something like that, and they go about 500 in the SEC. And like you said, it's when you see you're about to play them, it's just like, oh, it's gonna suck.
It's gonna be a 9:30 p.m. tip off, 8:30 local time Starkville. But you're like, all right, great. I'll put on a double shot of Nespresso real quick to stay up for this barn burner. Yeah, it's great. And then if your team wins on the road, it's great. But then you're like,
get my team the heck out of Starkville.
Yeah, just get us out of Starkville. Or is it going to be the 1 or 2 games that they pull off a year that's like, great, good for them. Texas A&M, kind of touched on it already a little bit, but Buckyball time. I just put this season could self-combust, or could be nobody wants to play them.
For the unaware, Bucky McMillan, head coach at Sanford the last few years, was kind of a hot name, young guy. And I think he kind of wants to do a lot of what Nate Oates does. They want to push pace, shoot a ton of threes, crash the boards on offense, and force a ton of turnovers on defense. I think, I don't really know that they have the dudes to do everything physically that Bucky wants. But a thing he does, I think that will probably be interesting, is he likes to throw a ton of different defensive sets at other teams to we're going to man this time down, then we're switching to zone, and then we're switching to a trap, and then we're switching to a press. Right. And then so I think they could be interesting if Bucky ball, so to speak, works out the jump. But I think it's probably once Bucky gets his guys in more to run his system, which he'll have. If there's one thing Texas A&M ain't short on, is money. So once he starts getting his guys in there, I think eventually A&M could be pretty good. But I don't think it's this year. I don't know. They might make the tournament, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Probably like another year 2 guy. It's like, just let him get a year under his belt, and they'll figure it out. Georgia, actually, to say something nice, despite kind of us talking about them for a couple minutes earlier, I did say I do think they've got some real talent. The defense should be strong. Wilkinson, probably their best individual perimeter scorer. Got to fix your offense. There's times it looked anemic. And
man.
but and again, like I don't know if it's
I think
change.
Mike White is good enough that I think.
Back?
Yeah. He's good enough that I think they drag a top team down with them a couple times a year.
Yeah, I mean they beat Florida at home, or was that weird game?
Yeah, that was a really weird game. Florida at home, and they almost beat Auburn, I think, too. That was kind of Auburn kind of pulled ahead late, but yeah, I mean outside of that, this team's not gonna. They're not going to be a tournament team, I don't think. I just think the offense, like you said, offense ain't there.
All right, here's our two teams coming up the rear, coming in hot.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start with LSU, and then we can do South Carolina for them. LSU, straight up, lost everybody but Jalen Reed and Robert Miller, so good for them. Upside, offense could be good enough. Defense could be horrendous. I put Matt McMahon yet to touch 500.
Yeah.
Now, the credit to him, it wasn't an accident what he did at Murray State.
No.
He did go 31-3. It's not an accident. You won the ball games. But since he got to the boot, it has not.
Nope.
Now, a little bit understandable in year one. Not his fault.
Will Wade left a disaster.
Will Wade just drops a stink bomb, gets out of town, and Matt has to deal with the consequences of his actions.
Things are looking good for Will Wade.
Classic adulthood. Not owning up to your mistakes. You just get to run off and let somebody else take it up. Awesome.
Yep.
So year one, you kind of had to be like, just play the season. We don't want to just forfeit everything. Year two, okay. All right.
You could squint and maybe see a little improvement, but
yeah. And I'd say with the mess that LSU football is in right now, especially in the last 48 hours, where now you've got your governor who's like the stand-in president, apparently.
What is going on?
He's like, well, we definitely ain't letting that AD pick the next coach. I just let Trump pick the next one, which is honestly, that would be a really funny bit if you brought in Donald just to even talk about it. Be like, man, maybe we should bring back Ed Ogeron, which, of course, I'd be like,
that's great.
Yes, do that. Good move.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think McMahon needs he needs improvement because LSU's got a new AD coming, and more often than not, these ADs, if you're the new guy coming in, I need to put a stamp. I need to bring in my guy. I didn't bring this loser in who's bottom of the SEC. And LSU has shown in the past that they can be a top SEC basketball program. So
they care.
Totally.
They care. Yeah. It's just they prove it with football.
Yes,
you can be a top quality coach, but if they don't like you, they'll run you out there. And that's not even to say that LSU fans don't like Matt McMahon. At least from what I gathered, I don't think they have any ill will towards the guy. They just kind of stink.
Yep.
So, that's all I got about LSU. Do you?
No. Not a lot of good to say there. South Carolina.
We'll wrap it up with them. So, I have put, if Lamont wants to survive, he has to have a repeat of year two.
Yeah.
They
got his guy back, Michi Johnson, for that.
In the category of probably should get a job.
He has had
pulled a double Marfo, 2 years at Ohio State, and comes back for another 2 years at South Carolina. No big deal.
Yep.
But
goes back to Ohio State, gets injured, so gets another year, goes back to South Carolina. Super duper senior.
He can ball. It's not that he can't play.
Sure.
It's just you live and die with Michi style, and you kind of just have to be like, okay, whatever.
An injured player who's transferred a lot in his career. Yeah, that's kind of what Lamont's hanging his tenure on here. Yeah, I think Lamont's probably done after this year.
Yeah, low. He has to keep it low and slow. I mean, it's going to be. We have to make it where we're winning games in the 60s, meaning you keep the other team probably in the 50s.
Gross.
Tough defense, high end rim protection. You got to have Mickey Johnson probably play hero ball at times, especially if you're going to play that manner. He's probably going to have to go win you a couple games.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, with his athleticism and his ability to catch fire at times, I would imagine Lamont probably is like, I wouldn't take many other people over Michi. He can heave it from almost half court and drain it, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's about right. Otherwise, I could see Lamont getting a tap on the shoulder and just being like, hey, dude, appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
But this ain't working.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the rest of the league. Do you want to touch on any highlights from Tennessee? Any it doesn't even have to be like recapping the Duke game. I mean, if there was anything you took away from it, if there's just more, what are you looking forward to? What do you hope?
Yeah. The Duke scrimmage was. There were flashes of good things and things that I'm excited to see, and a lot of new faces. I think, but I didn't put a lot of stock into it. I think it's going to be an interesting season for Rick Barnes and for Tennessee. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a restart where you still have pretty high expectations, which like in college basketball is like not that much of a rare thing for a top program, but you lose one of the most special players in program history in Zakai Ziegler. You lose Jeremiah Meshack. You lose Jordan Gainey, Chaz Lanier, Igor, like all those guys by graduation. And that's a lot to replace, a lot of offensive and defensive production. The thing off, at least like play style, that I think is going to be really interesting, and I think that in watching the exhibition game made me a little more excited about this team. And there's two shiny new toys that I'll get to at the end, but the depth that we have in the front court now. Last year you lose JP Estrella like a game or two into the season with the broken foot. You had a very young Cade Phillips have to play a lot of big minutes last year, which I think was huge for his development, but he was still pretty young and I think still kind of growing into the frame that they want him to be. Barnes wants his guys to be big and physical and put weight on. Okpara, thank goodness Felix Okpara stayed healthy last year, because he was the defensive anchor for us, and he will be that this year. His ability to on the pick and roll with alley-oops is just like it's one of the go-tos for the offense. But so you have Estrella back, who I think is probably our best all-around offensive player in the front court. He's really talented. He can kind of be like the trail 3-point shooter on a transition. He's got a good post game. He's got size. So I think him and Okpara are gonna being able to spell one another. I think is gonna make our front court really good. Cade Phillips is only getting better offensively. He's super athletic, tough defender. Another highlight from the Duke game was, we talked about Cameron Boozer was just slicing and dicing and just getting everything he wanted against us. And then there was a stretch in the second half where Cade Phillips switched on to Boozer. It was probably 3 or 4 straight possessions and shut him down all 3 times. Now, I mean, Boozer still had a fantastic game, but it was like an eyebrow raising, like, that guy's going to be a lottery pick. And Cade Phillips, like, great job, dude. And so, and then you bring in Jalen Carey from Vanderbilt, who I think has talent. You kind of read the tea leaves and read practice notes, and I think Barnes is going to be a little critical of his motor, and if you're not going balls to the wall, hustling and defense, like, you're going to sit.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much Carey's he'll have to earn Barnes' trust a little more, it sounds like. And then this incoming freshman, Dwayne, oh shoot, what's his last name? Dwayne Brown. I don't know. He's a 4-star freshman. He had some huge minutes in the Duke game. So he's a guy who could, I think, maybe throughout the season could earn more and more playing time. But the main story, like I said, the 2 shiny new toys is Jacoby Gillespie, who is the prize point guard transfer from my Maryland Terrapins, who is a Tennessee kid, was at Belmont for a few years and then transferred to Maryland. And kind of the story with Maryland last year, that had Derek Queen, who was a lottery pick. But, like, really, when you look at it, like, Queen was really good, but Gillespie was kind of their best player. And a lot of people are saying,
sure,
kind of sound like Trump there. A lot of people are saying, but Gillespie could be the best point guard in the SEC. He could be. I mean, he's, I think, in the at least on the short list for best player, best point guard in the SEC. He's probably going to be I think he's a preseason either first team or second team, all SEC. He's awesome. And it's going to be a little different with Zakai. Obviously, Zakai was more defense, more grit, and just kind of creating chaos and having occasional big moments on offense. Jacoby's a bucket, to say the least. He can score from pretty much anywhere on the court. He has basically shot 40% from 3 his whole career. He is going to handle the ball a lot. He's going to be entrusted with a lot of what Zakai was. And I think Barnes has been, I mean, he wasn't really known for his defense coming in here, but I think, especially in the last few years in the transfer portal, Barnes is particular about wanting to get good offensive players that he can trust he can mold into better defensive players. It's or at least you're so good on offense that we just can forget about your defense.
Yeah.
So Gillespie's going to be a big deal. I mean, he's going to be like a 15, 16 point and 7, 8 assist a game guy for us. But I think he'll have some games where he pops for 25 to 30 points just because his shooting is incredible. He's got the ability to get to the mid range and dribble pull up stuff. And then the headliner is Nate Ament, the 6'10", 5-star forward. He's the highest rated recruit in Tennessee history. He will be a lottery pick next year. I mean, like, barring an injury, barring just like an awful season, like, the potential he has is I mean, there's a reason. I mean, he's a lanky 6'10" forward who can dribble, he can shoot threes, he can post up, he can get to the mid range. Like, the comp is Kevin Durant, and which is
what he was sold on.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally. Like,
if what is true,
yeah,
behind the scenes, Dinkin, intentionally showed tape of KD and was like, if you don't want to come here and be this, then, like, this is like, this place isn't it for you. And it sold him. I was like, yeah, sure did.
So do not hear me saying he's going to be Kevin Durant. Probably one of the you know what, he's gonna be better.
Do it, bro.
Better. But I mean, that's the kind of, this is a special special player. And I think that the question with him is going to be, can the production reach the sky high level of his potential in 1 year before going to the league? Because it sounds like everything you're reading is Barnes is so high on him, and like he is going to be trusted. I mean, the last 2 seasons, Barnes has kind of built these teams around a forward wing player who is going to be trusted to get a lot of points. I mean, that's what we did with Connect. That's what we did with Lanier last year. The difference is both of those guys were kind of journeymen 4th, 5th year players, and Nate Ament is an 18-year-old blue chip, McDonald's All-American player, who is, like I said, going to be a lottery pick. There will be NBA scouts at all of the games to watch him, and he didn't play awesome in that scrimmage, but he had moments where he flashed where you're like, oh, there it is. Oh, that's what. I mean, you can look at him and it's like, okay, obviously he's physically built in a way that is just so different. But he had some moments of the dribble pull-ups, the three-point shooting, the post-up stuff that to me, if Gillespie and Ament are what you think they are, I think this team is kind of flying under the radar a little bit in regards to the SEC and nationally. I think they're going to be good. I don't know that they have the defensive ceiling. I mean, Barnes' teams are always going to be good defensively. I think Gillespie and Ament with the depth in the front court, I think we'll still be pretty good offensively. I think I do probably I can see why most teams probably have or most outlets have us more mid or upper mid of the SEC than like the elite levels of where most people are projecting Florida and Kentucky and Arkansas. Like I get it. But I kind of like that for this team. I kind of like that we're a little under the radar. I think it's going to be really exciting to watch. If anything, just for Gillespie and Ament, I think they're going to be really special and players that we've never really had, at least in the Barnes years. So yeah, let's go.
I find it almost impossible to think Nate Ament is going to have a bad game. And I mean, like, I know that's like subjective. I mean, having a bad game of basketball could be he scored 14 points, but you know, it was like he gave up 6 turnovers and he got 2 rebounds, like whatever. My thing is more of I don't know if he scores less than double digits a game. From there, he then gets to help figure out where else do I help my teammates. Is it rebounding? Yeah. Is it playing stifling defense? I mean, that's the beauty of it. Yeah, I think he's just a walking bucket. I mean, the dude can literally just shoot over a guy because he's that tall. I can't remember what guy was guarding him against, dude. There was a play down on the baseline. He had a turnaround jumper, but it was like, you know, the guy's like here.
Yeah.
And he elbows almost like on top of his forehead and just had a nice little turnaround, 10-foot jumper.
I mean, it's again, not trying to do the Kevin Durant thing, but the thing Kevin Durant, his whole career is like he's too tall to stick guards on him to defend, but he's too athletic and quick to put big guys on him, and that's the matchup that Ament's going to have almost every game. So to me, I think the thing you read, if there's any drawback, is like even in high school, it was a little more like there was more talk of the potential of what he is like, whoa, when it's all put together, just like, because he's kind of like a baby giraffe growing into this this
Sure.
Like
He's growing into himself. He's trying to
growing
figure
into
out.
himself. And
Yeah.
if there's one guy I trust to help, if you're bought in to become a better basketball player and get smarter, it's playing for Rick Barnes. He's proven it with all these guys over the years. So it's gonna be pretty cool, I think.
I'll say it. Just go ahead and get his jersey retired or get it ready for the rafters. Just don't do the Illinois thing where you raise it upside down, please. That's all. God. Highlight of last year. Unbelievable. Well, do I talk about good things with Kentucky, or do I just go ahead and start dooming? Because like I can go ahead and doom. That's not a problem.
How are you dooming?
Oh, don't worry. Just
they're going to be really good.
I think they will be really good. And okay, I think I sent this to you jokingly, like over text. But if anybody's aware of, there's a gentleman named Jerry who is employed and works at Barstool, and he has this bit where it's called The Signs. And I've essentially like tagged in it with this team and with Pope, which Pope literally got on a microphone. And he's like, hey, just telling you, 2 + 2 is 2025. You know what 2 + 2 is? 4. You know what +5? 9. And then just gets up and walks out. So I'm like, the signs, they're here, baby. Yeah. I'm all in it. It's just a funny gimmick, and it obviously makes no sense. And but I will say the culture shift of the previous regime to this one, which is like the reason like he's getting in front of a microphone and saying that, or has a banner that's doesn't say like national champion 2025 on it, but it just has number 9. And he's like, the whole point is like, that's what we're aiming for. Like, that's what we're here to do. Mm-hmm. Everything else will take care of itself. Versus what we've been used to, right, for 15 something years, which was like, well, the talent's going to win out. Like, we're here to take care of guys, and it's an honor and a gift for them to show up,
changing lives, and
right. As Cal famously said, he's like, "Oh, it's just another pit stop. Like it's just a different destination. We're just now in Arkansas. It's the same. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just what it's always been. It just is. You're the machine.
Familia, baby.
Yep. It was always La Familia. That's all it ever was. So you just happened to get the product of Kentucky and the platform, and I had a lot of fun. That's not the point. My thing is like, it feels nice to be like, oh yeah, like anytime we're talking to players from like a storytelling standpoint of beat writers, it's like, oh, their shift in focus is like, we're here to win a title.
Yeah.
If I make it to the league, like, cool, we'll talk about that another day. Like, that's not it. Let me talk about my teammate. Let me talk about why I'm excited to hopefully win a championship here. So that feels great. And last year, honestly, kind of felt like a fever dream of like the introductory press conference to you just get a bunch of old dudes and we're like, hey, let's just like figure this out as we go. And if we win, great. If not, then like, can we just win at least a game in the NCAA tournament, right? Like, we got to a point with the national championship head coach where we couldn't get out of the first weekend.
Yes.
End up, meeting up with Tennessee in the Sweet 16 and lose. And it just was still looking around like, oh, but we do feel like we're back, at least on the scale of we're going past the first weekend and, in March and April. And so,
not a perfect first year, but like it felt like a refreshing.
But you also went and had the most top 25 wins you've ever had in school history in year one. And wasn't upset about it, right? Like we'd gotten used to losing at home to Maryland Eastern Shore. That actually wasn't who it was. It was some other coastal team out of South Carolina. Or no,
Evansville?
not UNC Wilmington. But we lose to UNC Wilmington with DJ, Reed, and Rob, and Cal was just like, it's whatever, dude.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's just whatever.
Blame them. Not my fault.
Like, oh, we're just tired, beat up. We didn't practice zone.
Oh man,
we just don't scout.
We didn't practice. Yeah,
we didn't practice zone. Sorry, I don't know. And it's just we're losing on Tuesday nights to UNC Wilmington, and just like whatever. It's always about March. So this year, quick overview. New guys: Denzel Aberdeen, Florida; Jasper Johnson, freshman; Cam Williams, Tulane. I may or may not have sent a message that said send him back to Tulane earlier tonight. A little frustrated. Andre Jelovic, Croatia. Get in here, big dog.
Get in here. Bonjour.
Brandon Garrison, not new. It's just always BG time. Jalen Lowe, Pittsburgh. Starting point guard. Hurt. Shocker. We've already down to our third string person.
No.
So, he apparently he's okay. He's like a week to week thing.
Sure.
Prize possession. Jaden Quaitons, currently injured. Hope is that he would be back by mid-late December. Their thing is like,
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, tore ACL surgery. I think they're really trying to. Okay, for instance, tonight, Jane Quaitons out, Denzel Aberdeen out. Why was Aberdeen out? Sore leg. I'm like, okay.
Some load management stuff right there.
Yeah, we're doing that. It's an exhibition game. Jalen Lowe, I remember I texted you. I'd said, oh, cool. We've already got a pop shoulder, and it's just a blue and white scrimmage. Like, we're going half speed, and we've already popped our shoulder out for you. Awesome. Those three injured. So technically, you're on your third string point guard, which, to the depth credit and to Pope and the staff, like objectively, it was like, well, we took care of that.
For this kind of,
like we were not going to have a repeat of what we did last year, which was when we get to our third string, we're all kind of like, oh boy, I don't know who's going to run this. Like, do we throw out the walk on?
It's okay. Trent Noah and Travis Perry will come off the bench and hit like 18 threes against you. They're
the Kentucky boys. They'll fix it. They'll save the day. So, all I have to say is they are trying to be super duper cautious about injuries. Just trying to eliminate anything of a repeat of last year. And I understand. But again, you kind of help solve that by going pretty deep on the depth part. So after that,
money,
$22 million. That supposedly $22 million.
Yes.
Starting to kind of get out a little bit more consistent. They're like, it may not be 22, but like probably like 20 at least. So you're like,
oh, it's just 20, guys. It's just 20.
It's not my money.
Yeah. I think I heard Jeff Goodman say a thing. You Kentucky's boy, Jeff Goodman, say something along the lines like, there's going to be some guys not playing a whole lot, driving around campus in Porsches on this team.
Sure.
Good for them.
Good for them. The Kentucky bump. Get a little Porsche.
Yeah.
Braden Hawthorne, freshman. Muhammad Diabate, Alabama transfer. Get in here, dog. Malachi Moreno, freshman. That's it. The rest of the guys all returned. So it kind of feels a little bit. It feels very interesting and exciting, obviously, because of like we've already seen them play exhibition games, and you went and played Purdue, you win, and the joke right online is like done. Get the banner ready. It's ours. 9. Then tonight happens. You play Georgetown, and you look lethargic. I would say, like, for the first 10 minutes, I was like, I mean, we're not shooting it well, but
sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Georgetown hit some tough contested shots. I mean, they have come in here ready to go. I don't know if they scouted. I don't even know if we scouted. I don't know if there was tape on Georgetown. But are you really doing that much in-depth homework for an exhibition game? Probably not. I mean,
no, but none of these guys are getting up for an exciting scrimmage against Georgetown.
I mean, Matt Painter even said, he's like, we didn't scout. I mean, like, what did you want us to scout on Kentucky? Half the roster didn't even play at Kentucky. Just whatever. Yeah. I'm already starting to see the signs of. I'm wondering if, when I consider like what would Kentucky take a step back on? Unfortunately, I think they're going to take a step back a little bit on 3-point shooting, which really sucks. I already kind of hate it. Now they did go 7 of 15 in the first half against Georgetown from 3. I'm like, okay, great, on pace, and you want to shoot at least 30 to 35 threes a game, maybe a little bit more, just given. But then they go.
Is the idea? Oh, sorry.
It's. I was just gonna say, like, I mean, they may have hit three or four more. So did you hit double digits? Yeah, but you also lost by double digits because you couldn't stay in front of your man. And the part I was going to say too is they intentionally went outside of the depth and injuries. Their other thing was defense. Last year, defense, massive issue, like glaring. Their deal was we're gonna have to beat you by outscoring you because can't really stay in front of the ball outside of a couple times if we get you to do a couple turnovers. Tonight, do you give more credit to Georgetown because they play a different style of ball than Purdue? Probably. Georgetown probably gonna, to their credit, probably gonna be better than they were last year. Seems like they just got more athletes versus a Matt Painter team of all older guys, vets. They've played together for several years, and they just run a lot of sets, a lot of plays versus, hey, push the ball up the court. Let's get a bucket. Go make a play. So, I don't know. That's kind of I won't deep dive too much with them. Because of already watching 2 exhibition games where you went from one extreme to the other. And to some degree, I'm kind of like, that's it. I'm dooming again. Here we go. Somebody call and check on me. Versus last week, I was floating.
Can't tell me nothing.
Couldn't touch me. They'll be good.
Oh yeah. It feels like the thing I'm so interested in seeing. Obviously, you haven't even mentioned Otega Owe, who is like, hate to say it because of what jersey he wears, but man, he's so fun. He's so fun to watch. But like you said, I'm so interested to see how much do you sacrifice offensively to get better defensively. And I guess the hope is not much offensively, but man, last year was tough.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine. I think there's a reason why he got voted SEC preseason player of the year. Obviously, you still got to play the game, but it's just to his credit. It's kind of hard to have like a second year bump when you already had your first takeoff. So we'll see. Getting late. What do you think? Wrap this thing up?
Yeah, let's wrap.
Let's do it. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Big Papa Bobby Hoops. We're back. See you guys.
See ya.